Good evening. I need to use this here. All right, good evening. It's my job to actually look at the context in which this project is set and a little bit of the history. And then Bill will be actually telling you about the details of the project, and followed by Cornelia, who will be talking about some of the positive features of what we're presenting. Okay? Context is important. My 13-year-old daughter, she said, I hope these houses are going to be good, that they're going to be nice. And I suppose that all depends on context. I have to really think about how I answered that. Anyway, I think it's appropriate that I am standing here, just in this hall, in this community. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the long view of this project, a bit of the history. I'm going to read a bit from my notes because I have to keep this succinct and try and get through things in 10 minutes. So I embody a long view. The community's history is intimately intertwined with my own history. As many of you know, I am one of the three sons of two of the founders of the community, and my late mother's seventh out of 8 children. The last time I was talking in this hall was actually to do with her passing away. And that was, 2.5 years ago. I was born in the caravan that is now next to the sanctuary. I was in that caravan and sick when it was wheeled to the site that it is in right now. That was in November 1962, and I was the age of 6 then. And I've watched lots of things change. I stood here when this was a dune. I stood here when there were chickens and a couple of goats on this particular site of this hall here. So I've watched miracles and positive change happen in this God-chosen small part of Scotland. And I've watched and taken part in the positive aspirations of the many people grappling and grounding what this community physically is. But more importantly, I've seen the creation of a modern myth with great power, which gives hope to many worldwide in this modern world. So bearing witness to this story, this journey, I've noticed great vision and great changes. And the community today is not the same one that was here 5, 10, 20, and 40 years ago. I want to just show you 1 or 2 slides here. Press the top bit here. Yeah. Bottom. Okay. All right. Here we are. We've got a few bungalows there, which are now covered in trees. What I want to show you, if I can just can I use the pointer here? Or is it? Oh, okay. Okay. You might notice a concrete pad in the trees out there, outside the hall next to the runway. That's the Nissen hut that used to be there. This is before, or just as the trees were planted in this place. And you can notice that there are very few trees up around Pine Ridge. This is, actually, it will be 60s, early 70s, this particular slide here. Also, in the background there, not a lot of gorse. There's actually a lot of marram grass and dunes. Here's a little bit later with the building of the hall. And again, notice the lack of gorse. Notice Pine Ridge there. which is open and barren. And that's because the previous owner, Captain Gibson, actually wanted to clear that area and put more caravans on. Oops. And this is the clearing of Pine Ridge. This is what Pine Ridge was like. The building there is actually the pottery. And this is the nature area. Just to the right of the bulldozer there, you'd see the nature sanctuary and so on. So it's quite interesting to see how much change has happened over time. I'm one of the boys along the end there. Okay? No, I haven't changed a bit, have I? Okay, I mean, the place has changed as well as most of the people. Actually, I'll show you the next one. Yes, that's Dad. It just looks my age now. This is the seven-seater wood bungalows next to the community centre, and that's that beech hedge just being planted. It's changed a little bit since then. In the background is post house printing. Well, it isn't. It's gorse. But and then beyond that is the hall. Okay, so the place has changed as well as most of the people. What hasn't changed are the central messages of the community, which are sounded clearly when it was founded. Like ripples in a pond, they still radiate out and permeate what is done here. And those central messages are spirit, people's connection with the unseen world and spirit, and their willingness to explore this within community. Nature, a deep connection with and demonstration of co-creation with nature. And community, the striving for deeper relationships and connections with each other. What we're presenting here today is another project that will create change within this community. It's part of the ripples of this place, and it has to be seen into the context of the listening that has been done and the high intentions and aspirations of those working on it over almost 13 years. I was one of the original shareholders of Duneland, involved in rallying support when the foundation declined an offer to buy the land, and since then have personally put in thousands of hours guiding the conservation of the land and the appropriate use of a small part of it to help create sustainable community at the park. I've experienced the people involved in this project working with great integrity to embody the principles of this place, and importantly, not just create homes that are individuals' dreams, but appropriate for people within this community now and for a long time into the future. I state that Duneland is not that great other out there that some people choose to project on it, but very much an expression of this community and all that it stands for. In the plans that Bill will present to you and Cornelia will discuss,